You'll hear eyes and ears. Put yours on. Look left, look right. Because inevitably, before we're done, somebody's going to forget to have their eye and ear protection on. It's a good habit. It's also building skills of awareness where you're paying attention beyond worrying about your own self. Some range etiquette. If I'm shooting and I drop a magazine, I'm where you guys are, right? I'm not out here. We're back there shooting. That's staying there until we're all back in the holster. We're not picking anything up. I don't care if your prize gun falls to the deck. Stop, leave it there until we're all safe. You bend over and you're here and I'm shooting and I'm coming to the holster, your head or hand is now in line of my muzzle. So to some of you this might be like, yeah, I get it. But until I trust you, I don't trust you. The holster. So you've all got a holster on you somewhere. If you are concealed, unconceal your gun right now. Tuck, untuck. I just want you to get, we're gonna get some reps in. I'm gonna come back in a minute onto your side. So, we're gonna clear out in a second. Master grip. Regardless of where the gun is, if it's here, here, or here, the same thing's gotta happen. High and tight. You're gonna come straight out and rotate towards the target zone. This offhand is not waiting anywhere for the gun. It's waiting in a very specific spot. I like to bring my forearm, and this is going to be different for everybody. You want to, as you're training, have some index points. An index point is something you can repeat. This is an index point. If I grab this gun like this, it doesn't feel right because I've trained myself to index here. If I don't have this finger, look at this gnarled finger here. See that? It's from slamming into this gun thousands of times. So I know callus is touching the right spot. Good. Join, press out, and I can fire. So, I'm going to step up. Get your guns out of the holsters, master grip. You don't need ears on.
Loading them up?
Nope. Come out in front of you and clear the gun out. Stow the magazine. So remove the source of ammunition. Put the source of ammunition in your pocket or in a mag holder. Gun empty. Right now your gun should be completely empty. Physically and visually inspect the chamber. Lock the slide to the rear. So when I say I'm stepping out, I'm not going to step in front of any of you. When I say visually, I mean, see me? I literally am looking into the chamber. I am taking my finger and I am poking. This is a process that I want you guys to beat into your head from henceforth in your shooting lives. After I've checked, watch this. Here's the magic. Check this out. I look away and I look back. Why am I doing that? Just like I am thumb checking, that is a mental break while you can condition yourself to swing your head around by telling yourself, I care so much about the condition of this gun that I'm gonna stop for a minute, look away before I ensure it's empty and put it away. I'm gonna take this thumb, point it to the sky for a minute, take this hand, go like this. Just take it off the gun. Just let it drop down. You don't need to cam it to where this tendon is under duress or in pain. Okay. So now, as you place that on the gun, you see how this thick, meaty heel of your palm is touching the frame there?
Yes.
Now take it off, put it back on how you had it the first time. See how, nope, now you went right back to how you're supposed to. Good, do that. Let me see what you got. Looking good? Let me see what you got. All right, here's what I'd like to see from you. I'm gonna take the gun from you. So this hand, up high and tight. I don't like this. The reason, that's a really strong digit.
I go like thumb up.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. So what I just don't want to see is I don't want that finger up there. That's all I was telling you about.
Okay.
So right there. As much pressure as you can from that left hand. Okay. Down range. Down range. Okay, so you guys can see me? Okay, so here's what you're going to do. Point right here so I'm not muzzling anybody. Here's all you're going to do. Master grip, come out of your holster, join, press out, find your front sight. If you've got a striker fired pistol, you're going to fire once, reset, come back to your holster. You guys won't decock because you don't have a decocker. Draw, press out, thumb check, reholster. Master grip, draw, watch what I'm doing. You guys know what this is, what I'm doing right now? Dry fire, yeah. This is how you build skill. You can have 1,000,000 rounds of ammo and you will develop more skill in dry fire. Now, as you're doing this, if you're just doing it, you're not doing it right. I like my index points. I'm paying attention to where this hand is, depending on your body type, shape, and all that good stuff. Some people will tell you do this. When reholstering, I like this. My hand is safe, I'm not gonna shoot it. Reholster. That is if you don't need to clear a garment, where if that's the case, that hand is out of the way. Press out, find your front sight, align it somewhere on the target, slowly press a shot off. And then as you come back to the holster, put that other hand somewhere safe or where you need to clear the garment. I'm gonna watch what's happening. Remember, when you're holstering in that position, be really mindful you're not pointing up range. Let me see what you got. So as you're, come back to the holster. Step over a little bit so I can jump in here. This hand, you don't want this thing just hanging down. Take this hand, come right here. Just like this. Take your forearm. This is not like anything strength-wise. I like to just take this chunk of my arm and slide it across my belly. Why? Because now this guy is just going to join up and be able to come right out. Make sense? As you come back, watch this. I come right in, I leave this guy here, and I go back in my holster. Remember, this finger's underneath. Underneath. Yep. That's good. Finger off the trigger. No, finger off the trigger out here. I don't want you going anywhere near that holster. If you need a thicker belt, I might have one in the car. We'll look. Let me see what you got. Left eye dominant, huh? Yeah. Yes. When you draw, and we're going to cover this later, when you draw, think about like a gas pedal in a car and brakes. I can, from here, come quick to the gun. I can come out quick, then I'm going to slow down a little bit. You don't need to have like huge speedy movements. That's a second or 1-2 first shot right there. Just that fast. Does that look fast? It's just efficient. Coming back to the holster, I just saw some of this. Come back in, this hand, leave her by your chest, and unless you got to clear a garment, and slowly, don't screw around. In a minute there's going to be bullets in these guns. Slowly, and don't, I saw fingers like this. This is how these guns go off, going into a holster. This is how people shoot themselves all the time. Coming back in, finger to the locator. I don't want to shoot myself. Sing a song if you have to. At your convenience, no time constraints, sir. Give me a nice tight group. I just want to watch your mechanics and see how you're doing. Go ahead. Range hot. All right, remove the source of ammunition, visually and physically inspect the chamber, and go ahead and reholster. Please tell me your name again.
Jared.
Jared, sorry. Everybody got glasses on, now I don't recognize anyone. Jared, go ahead, load and make ready with your Blasta. Kind of a stormtrooper theme going on there.
It's the Warlock lock.
At your convenience. Drew, be careful doing that because some of these folks are dry firers. Just make sure. Go ahead.
Good.
Range hot. Got all the time in the world. Visually and physically inspect the chamber at your convenience or leisure. Take all the time you need. If you take 5 minutes, I don't care. The old big dots. Move the source of ammunition. Good. All right. Tell me your name again, please. Justin. Go ahead and load and make ready, Justin. I'm gonna show you something real quick, bro. So, target's that way. So as you're loading, keep that thing out in front of you. No reason to be pointing it at your penis or feet. Yeah, I said penis. Tell me about what you just did with that slide. Was there a reason that you were trying to like so slowly cycle it?
Not particularly.
Okay. Pull the gun out. Grab that sucker over the top like this. Get it up, pointing that way. Don't be scared. Grab it. Good. Those bullets will be there for you in a minute. Back to the holster. When you're ready. Very good. Finger to the locator, drop the magazine, visually and physically inspect the chamber. Leave your rounds on the deck until we're done here. You know what to do. Go ahead and load and make ready. First rounds through that gun. Hold on. Go ahead, please. At your convenience, give me the tightest group on the line. With the mustache. Take all the time in the world you need. Slow down. No rushes here. With the mustache. Nice. Visually and physically, go ahead, load and make ready. Let's see what you got, sir. Nice tight group. Big old manly 40 cal holes out there, are those? Go ahead, sir. Load and make ready. If you guys are dry firing, pay attention to what you're doing. Come on. Come on now. Slow it down. Come on. Did we get you those sights? No? Those Frank Proctors? Yep. Guys, if I was you, I'd use the time on the line to keep dry fire and keep learning how to use that holster if you're new to it. Go ahead and load and make ready. Want this t-shirt either tucked in for now, or just tighten that belt up a little bit, homeboy. Tell me your name again, please. John. With an N or an H?
Just an N.
Okay.
It's actually Jonathan.
Jonathan. Like King David's beloved friend.
Absolutely right.
All right. Let's see what you got, Holmes. Guys, there's no time constraints here. None whatsoever.
Terrible.
Relax, relax. Visually and physically inspect the chamber, holster. All right, ready? at your leisure. Very good. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna take this from. This is what I was just talking about down there. Hey guys. So this is what happens. Not picking on you. This is what happens when you ride that slide forward. So you know how to fix this. You know how to fix that. So you got to get rid of the ammunition. Cycle, cycle, cycle. So as you guys are loading, I want you guys notice one thing about my body. As I'm manipulating the gun, I'm not willy-nilly about it. I'm not here. I'm not necessarily here either, but I can still see everything going on if this is how I choose to load. I like to be comfortable in front of my body, but you'll notice I'm not tense, but I'm holding this like a man. I'm holding an instrument of death in my hand like I mean it. This is not, I don't want to be playing around with this thing. One, I don't want to drop it because I paid a couple $100, $1,000 for the thing, but you're learning again to fight with this thing. You should have a good firm hold on it. Think about it this way. If somebody's looking at you, is your gun handling skills going to impress them with confidence in you? You follow? You watch some people hold the gun and it's like that guy's not sure of himself or doesn't know what he's doing. I'm not talking about trying to look a certain way. I'm saying developing the habit so that you are confident. So as we load, seat lock tug. We're going to go through this in a minute and forcefully let the slide do its job. With these plastic guns, not a bad habit, give a little tap on the slide too. We'll go over that in a minute though. That's your convenience now. I want you to just do whatever you can keep dry firing too. It's up to you. All right, so finger off the trigger, remove the source of ammunition. Cool, cool. Safely reholster. All right. Draw, press out. I want the finger. Yep. Now come back to the holster. Way better, you're in control. Master grip, rotate towards the target. You'll notice everything on my body, and it will be on yours soon, has a purpose. My bullets point forward. They don't, some point forward, some point back. There are some people that can efficiently load like this. They're few and far between. Point your bullets forward if you already are not doing so. The reason being, as you grab your magazine, it's indexed. We have this finger that we call an index finger for a reason, which is why we use the term index. Why do I do that? Because I can index into the mag well, right? If I have to grab another one, the same thing happens. If I have to grab another one, the same thing happens. While we may not be carrying 3 or 4 magazines out on the street, when you pick one up off of a table, if I lay this on the ground, if I pick that up, it orientates just as it needs to. See what I'm saying? I know where that's got to be to get it into the gun. Rapido. Master grip, gun comes out, I'm holding it as if it is an instrument that can apply lethal force. I'm not willy-nilly about it. Oh my God, how do you work this thing? Right? Right? Rotate the mag well inboard so you can see what's happening, but also so you can get the thing in there. I don't want to put this thing in a position where it's hard for me to manipulate it. Let's make it easy. Right here seems to work perfect. I like to take this hand, and this is me, this chunk of meat touches right here. And it's kind of locked for the second that I have to load, I can get that done. Another index point, right? So guns here, seat, ooh, I just shoved that in there full of freaking dirt. Seat lock tug, now forcefully cycle the slide. Here's the next step. I'm gonna press check. See that? So every one of your guns are different. Can I see yours, please? Or yours? Can I see a magazine, please? Okay, so lock, seat lock, tug. Now I want to know what's in there. Why do I do this? Because I want to know what's in there. So check it out. I can see brass. You don't need to do anything crazy. Just pull the slide back without putting your hand in front of the muzzle. Find a way that works for you. People think you have to have slide cuts to do this. There's no slide cuts on there. I can see brass. Now after you do that, tap, 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 holster. This is not a loading process for under duress. I gotta dump a magazine and load. This is an administrative load. So I'm loading in the morning. I'm loading, putting my duty ammo back in when I leave the range. Seat lock, tug, cycle, press check, tap, tap, holster. Unload, remove the source of ammunition. Finger to the locator, cycle, 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 lock it back, visually and physically inspect. You want to make these things as simple and streamlined as possible, no waste. So now we're gonna shoot. So I'll shoot at the head on 8. As we squeeze the gun with our offhand, we have two choices. One, we squeeze consistently. So let's just say I apply 20 pounds of force. I have no idea if that number is at all accurate to what we're actually applying. 20 pounds of force. The goal is we want 20 pounds to stay 20 pounds every time we press the trigger. What happens though, you start to squeeze the trigger and 20 all of a sudden becomes 25 or 30. Well, if we look here, what happens, so as I squeeze, I'm going to apply force with these fingers. Watch what happens to the muzzle. And I'm not doing this just for show. All I'm doing is just gently applying a little pressure. If you ever hear anybody say milking the gun, this is where it comes from. That pressure, it's called interdigit response. This finger squeezes, these fingers also tighten. So this is totally mental, trying to maintain that constant grip. The immediate fix for this fix is not going to help you put 20 bullets into a hole this big, but it's going to help you take a group that's this wide and make it a fist. Is massive force. If I apply 100% of the force I have in my hand, I don't have any more to give. As I'm squeezing, if I'm already at the red line, there is no red line +1 to move the sight. Does that make sense? That 100% grip, Mas Ayub called it a crush grip, might induce a little movement. I don't give a shit if I put around here and here and here. The bad guy doesn't care that my sight was moving this little bit. I'm not suggesting that that's the goal, but the immediate fix for that's where this comes from. If we're missing by 12 inches like that, and we've all done it, every time you touch your gun, right or wrong, you're getting something out of it. So if you keep doing the same wrong thing, you are deeply programming the same wrong thing. So slow reholstering, guys. Now, did anybody press check? Did anybody do a press check? Yeah, you did? I'm gonna walk down the line. Show me a press check. So careful of that muzzle, bro. Go like this. Take this hand, make a little claw. Don't go over front of the muzzle. Clamp right over the serration. Just pull back just like that. There you go. There you go. Keep your fingers away from that muzzle. You like your fingers.
It comes here. Then when the piece here, but I feel like sometimes I don't get the same grip on my gun as I can here.
Totally cool with that. Many inside the waistband holsters never allow you to do that. Definitely doable. It just takes a lot of reps because you're used to seating. You taught yourself to seat like that, where there's guys that push and pull.
That's what I did.
Yeah, I push down. You've taught yourself to do that. So now you just have to teach yourself a new index point where it's here.
I can do it. It's like 1 out of 100. I don't get a good grip like that. The grip just won't get the same.
I bet if you dry fired it all day or every draw today, just go slow. Yes, just go slow. I bet you by the end of the day you'll be balls on.
Scoop is the way to do it.
If for true speed, yeah, because you're not having to stop then start. Show me what you got, bro.
Oh, it was little bumps, but then at the end it goes.
Super slow. Good. Show me what you got. Good.
Mentality of whoever it is.
Don't be afraid after you've done that, tap that, because there's, especially when these guns are dirty.
Actually, the inside, I'll tell you then. There's an inside joke about that.
Tap it.
No,
Like
my
is
gun literally needed that about 2 weeks ago.
You had to close it because it was so dirty.
It was so clapped down.
3 on the line. On the whistle. You're going to draw. There's no speed. This is not who shoots first. John won, just so you know, John won. The douchebag award. Finger to the locator, back to the trigger, or back to the holster, sorry. Back to the holster, back to the holster. Now let's call this by the numbers now. I'm going to call master grip. I'm going to read it to you right out of your textbook so later if you forget. Here's the drawing sequence. Clear the cover garment if applicable. Master grip, so that means hand on the gun, just as you would be about to pull it out. Offhand comes to the center of your body, right? So that's right here, look at me. That's right here. For a lefty, right here. For a righty, right here. Got it? Pistol clears the holster, so draw, rotate towards the target. Your hands are joining here. They're not joining here, they're joining right here. So join together, extend towards the target. So right now you should start to see your sight. Put your finger on the trigger, start to take the slack out. We're going to start talking about this. The slack is the beginning travel of the trigger before you reach that wall. Press through it. Finger to the locator, come back in. Offhand comes to the chest again. Or clears the cover garment if need be. Finger still on the locator, thumb check, and slowly and safely reholster. Make sense so far? All right, so be mindful of each of those steps. Come on. See this? Not good. We call that bowling. Now, I will add to that, the fastest way to get the gun to the target is not to do this. The fastest way to get the gun to the target is for me to come up and see where I'm at. As I'm rotating, I'm coming straight to the target. We are teaching you, though, to be able to rotate, because from right here, I can shoot all day long. From right here. I can't from here, and I can't from here. So, gun's index towards the target, I press straight out. Coincidentally, we're not doing this. Oh, I got my master grip and out. There's like
Charlie's Angels pose?
Yeah, there's like way too many things bad with this. For one, I am taking the gun up to here. For what reason? I don't know. I've now got a muzzle of a loaded gun really close to my face, which if I shot right now, just the concussive blast that close to my eyes is not good. I'm not going to shoot a hole in myself, but where would the bullet go if I pulled the trigger? There's people that live somewhere in that direction, so context is everything. The training on the range, bullshit, versus training for reality. In the real world, there's never a berm behind the target, almost ever. So we need to learn to always be cognizant of that muzzle. So draw, rotate. Finger to the locator, thumb check, holster. Step back on the line. Ready?
3 rounds?
Still one.
Just one. Ready? Back to the holster. You guys should be starting to feel like you're getting some skills built here. You should start to feel. Press out. Press out. You. Rest of you guys do what you're doing. Point this thumb up. Let that thumb just float. Just let it float. You're crushing it down. Just let it float. Cool.
I can do that, yeah?
Just let it float. Yep. Ready?
We are honored when we have people call and request one of our shirts. This is our brand, this is us. And so to have somebody actually want to put that on them, we find it to be a total honor. $25, I wish I could just give them all away. We have given a ton away and we will give more away, but I still got to keep the lights on here at Carry Trainers headquarters. Send us a direct message, go to the website, shoot us an email, we'll get you a shirt. I think there's an online store getting set up on our website now so that you just be able to pick the size and it'll go right to your door. Carry Trainer, awesome.